This is The Scoop for Friday.
I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines. An organization tied to a program led by Casey DeSantis received a $10 million donation stemming from a settlement with the state's Agency for Healthcare Administration. WMNF's Chris Young reports leaders of that agency faced heated questioning about that deal at a House subcommittee on Wednesday.
The House subcommittee questioned Siobhan Harris, the Secretary of the Agency for Healthcare Administration. The topic was how and why $10 million went to Hope Florida Foundation in a settlement between the agency that goes by the acronym AHCA and healthcare organization Centene. Republican Alex Andrade is the chair of the House Healthcare Budget Subcommittee.
What are y'all doing with the $10 million?
That is a question for the foundation. They are the
That's a question for AHCA. They directed the payment.
Andrade called the lack of answers to his questions, quote, a problem.
That was a policy decision made, and what I'm hearing from the Secretary of AHCA is we have no idea what that money was to be used for, and we have no idea why we did it. That's not acceptable, Secretary.
Hope Florida, spearheaded by the governor's wife, connects those on public assistance with nonprofits in faith-based communities, among other things. At a press conference Thursday, Governor Ron DeSantis called the questioning political nonsense and said that Republicans are, quote, acting like liberal legislators. Chris Young, WMNF News.
HB 1505, known as the Parental Rights Bill, was filed in February. The bill seeks to amend parental rights regarding parental consent and remove exceptions that would allow minors to receive health care services. WMNF's Caitlin Serafin reports on concerns regarding STI health care from opponents of the bill.
On Tuesday, the Parental Rights Bill was brought to the Florida Judiciary Committee for discussion. Supporters of the bill want to strengthen their role in health care decisions for their children. State Representative LaVon Bracey Davis is a former DCF attorney and is worried about STI testing and treatment for Florida children.
They can get tested for it and realize that they have it, but then they have to go back to that abusive parent to actually get treatment for it, especially if an investigation hasn't come to a head. That's problematic. And what that also says to me is that you may have children out there knowing that they have sexually transmitted diseases and not doing anything about it because they have to go to a parent. Again, problematic.
This bill passed with 16 votes and still has 2 committee stops left before it takes action. However, amendments to the bill are still being considered. For WMNF News, I'm Caitlin Serafin.
The Lakeland Ledger reports that a raw sewage spill in the southwest area of the city is substantially larger than first reported. The Florida Department of Environmental Protection determined Lakeland's wastewater force main break, discovered last year near Gateway Boulevard, spilled approximately 1.8 million gallons of raw sewage into the wetlands between January of 2020 and April of 24. On Monday, Lakeland commissioners voted 6-0 to approve an additional $2.65 million to vastly expand the cleanup of contaminated soil in an undeveloped area north of the Carillon Lakes community. Governor Ron DeSantis' office has asked colleges and universities across the state to hand over detailed information on grants received by faculty and research over the last 6 years. The Tampa Bay Times reports colleges began the process this week of asking professors for the information, which will be supplied to DeSantis' newly formed DOGE initiative. Schools must turn over the list of published papers by Friday, April 18th. DeSantis told state university leaders last month that his team will be rooting out non-compliance with state laws over diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. USF engineering professor David Simmons, who serves as president of the school's faculty senate, tells the Times there is a huge cost associated with this, immense resources that could be going elsewhere. It's going to be partly sunny and breezy today with a high of 80 and a slight chance for an early evening shower. Lows tonight will be around 60 degrees, partly sunny and breezy on Saturday with a high of 73. I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.